Okay, so I wanted to get this off my chest because it's been on my mind a little bit, but I was thinking about it when I got up this morning. So you know, people doing stuff that reminded me more of this, and that's like how people act after being like friends with you or being close to you. How some people, the way you treat some people so good sometimes, even when they might not deserve it, seeming, or the way you kind of lift them up when they probably shouldn't even be. Like, you got certain people that other people would be like, well, they not deserving of this love, or they not deserving of this, or A, B, or C. But, you know, the way I do things, I see a lot of people, or come across a lot of people that what people in the world would deem as, well, they not deserving of this or they not deserving of that, but I still treat certain people in my life. I lift them up, not in the sense of lift them up high like praise, but in a sense like I still show them love, and I still listen to what they gotta say, and I still give them my time if I got it, or if I give them my time. You know what I'm saying? And but what I notice in there is when you some people, when you give them, I don't know, give them your time, or give them your attention and all this stuff, some people will get some people, it puff them up. It'll puff people up, like the scriptures say, in I think it's Corinthians or something. Maybe I'll put it on here, but it say knowledge puffeth up. So knowledge puffeth up. So you know how you get some knowledge, and you can kind of get the big head, or you can feel like as they say, even some people get the juking, spider web. But anyway, hope it ain't no spider. But yeah. So some people, I mean, it puff people up. Certain people, and when in the midst of your good treatment that you're doing for people, a lot of people ain't used to that, and like some people, like I say, some people say they not deserving, but and it's a reason why they think this. You know what I'm saying? I sometimes think maybe they not deserving too, but I noticed. I think that was a fish. But anyway, I noticed that certain people that you know what I'm saying, let's say give my time, or give these good things to these people, like listening to them, which they probably don't get from a lot of people. That's why they be somewhat seeming attached. But what I've noticed is that these people that you that was another fish. Alright. So these people that somewhat you lift up, I don't even know what's the word to put, but you kind of, they kind of get the big head, as I was saying. But what I've noticed, that these people, they so delusional, I guess I could say, that they they'll get the big head so much till they'll go to thinking that it ain't you that's really doing it for them, that it ain't you that got them on this high, sorry to say, that kind of lift them up, not praise them, but just see, they might take it as praise because they're not used to people doing certain things for them. But what I'm saying is, they'll get so, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? But they'll get so, I guess they'll get so big headed to the point they'll forget that about you, and they'll start trying to shit on you. Like, they'll forget that you was the one doing all these great things that got them, like a high, like got them on a high or whatever. You know, yeah, they'll get so, watching where I'm going, cause man, it ain't dark no more. It's getting light, obviously. Yeah, some people get so, I mean, it just do something to them where they get so high, they so delusional to the point they were like, well, it ain't you, you know, until y'all have a falling out or they get separate from you, and then it dawn on them like, wow, you know, like, dang, it seems like I can't get nothing now without this person, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then they act as if they don't know that, you know what I'm saying? Because these same people, a lot of these people be so prideful to the point they can't humble down to where they acknowledge you, you know what I'm saying? And they go back in a circle, like certain people don't deserve certain stuff. But I also believe, even in the midst of all that, I'm not the judge to judge people to say that they don't deserve my love or they don't deserve this and that. You got a lot of people in the world that'll feel like they ain't gonna say they the judge, but they'll show you that they the judge. Like they just ain't gonna deal with certain undeserving people, you know. And it's kind of like where is that scripture? I forgot. I'm gonna put the scripture here where Christ was saying how, or was it Paul? But basically saying we shouldn't get to the point to where we so big or high-minded that we can't deal with foolish people just because they're foolish. Now I know that sounds kind of, you know, kind of twisted, but what I'm saying is, even though we know certain people be foolish or doing foolish stuff, we can't just totally disregard them. Like, I mean, if they come to us with questions or serious, we got to deal with them. Now, certain people you just shouldn't deal with, you know what I'm saying? But just because they at a lower esteem, I think that's kind of how the scripture goes, something like that. That don't mean that we should not deal with them. But anyway, I'm gonna post that one too. But so that's why, and in the midst of all that, that's how a lot of people like myself get knowledge and starting to see just how these spirits operate in people. You know, and when you see that, you really can't unsee certain stuff, you know. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's how some people, you know what I'm saying, they ain't never had that treatment, and you treat people so good, you know what I'm saying? Like the scripture say, honor all men, respect the king, you know what I'm saying? So you can honor these people, you know what I'm saying? You can treat people so good, like the love they never had, and they'll get the big head and go to thinking that it's actually them, you know. But in real life, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like a little it's kind of like when people do drugs or whatever, say weed or alcohol or pills, you know. Sometimes you take these things and you will get the big head. I mean, you will feel like, hey, you know what, I'm feeling so good, or I'm so high to the point I don't even think it's the drugs. It's like they know what it is, but they can get so, they could be so comfortable, they could be so deceived, or they could be so deceived, or they could be so, I don't know the word, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, they get so lifted up or something, I don't know. But to the point they actually, you know how you could be, well, at least I have in the past, like, you know, I know I was doing whatever, smoking or whatever, and it'll be feeling so good, and so it'll have me feeling so good, but it'll be deceiving me. I go to thinking like, oh, this is really my reality, even though I'm knowing I was just smoking, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, but yeah, it's just, some people could get so high, you could treat them so good that they'll be like, they'll even try you. They'll be like, they'll actually think that it's actually them, until you pull back or till you kind of get away from them, and then they realize, wow, you know, this person really is something special. Because a lot of good stuff in their life will come to a halt. It'll slow down at least, you know. But yeah, so that's all I want to say. You know, I just see people that get so big headed, and it's just strange that they can't see that, you know, I was doing this for them the whole time. But anyway,